Hey y'all, I'm Dominique Green with Puppy Panda Crochet Co. And today we have a market vlog. So this video is coming out a little bit later than I had planned. Sunday was very noisy outside, so didn't think you wanted to listen to all of that. But I will put in, well, first, you can find me here on YouTube. I am also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, all under Puppy Panda Crochet Co. And I post regularly on Instagram, a little bit on Facebook, and a couple videos every now and then on TikTok. So if you guys follow me over there, I also do live chats on Instagram. I haven't done it recently, but I'm thinking about continuing on doing that sometime this week while I'm doing some pattern tests. I am pattern testing for a person. Her name is Michelle. She goes by Michelle Blankets. And she is over on TikTok and Instagram, and she also has her own website. So I will not show you those pattern tests that I'm doing. Oh, we got a core in this video, but in my next week's video, which is going to be another market vlog. Yes, I said another one. I will definitely be showing y'all that over there because I will definitely have some finished objects. So let's get this video started. I have made a couple clips throughout the week and I will put them right here. So I have a new pattern that I designed a couple days ago. It's a little zombie. This is my second one. And I have 3 more hidden down there. But he is an absolute no-sew. Other than embroidering on these little bloody marks and his eye. But the hair is pretty much just slip stitched in. Then you chain a certain amount and then you slip stitch back in. So this one I did a chain 8 for the 2 outside ones, and then I did chain 12 for this one. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to release this pattern, but I'm going to have a couple other mods. Like I'm thinking about doing a bear and maybe some other stuff, but yeah, that's this little cutie. Hey y'all, so it's Wednesday and I have a couple finished objects from yesterday and today. So today I was able to finally finish up my giant toothless. He is a piece of work to do, but I mean he is too cute. He is giant and has so many parts. So he has back scales, 2 wings. On his tail, which is a separate piece, he has upper tail fins and lower tail fins, which obviously you had to do one in red. And the tail is bendable. I used a floral wire, paper wrapped wire in it, and just put stuffing around it. And then as well, the head fins and ears are all separate and crocheted on. So he has 8 of those. And then obviously the legs. And since this is a black project, you can't really see all the detail. But he does have a bend in his leg, so it looks like he's sitting. And his 2 front legs, which are sewn together. And he has giant 35mm sparkly green eyes. So he took super long to do. But thankfully, he is finally complete. Finally. I finished him around noon today. So that's him. And that's, well, the other thing that I was able, well, 2 other things-ish. So I started on a little cow. I ran out of yarn, so I have to wait for a premiere order. And this is with Snow Cone Light and Chenille Home Slim, yeah, in the terracotta color. But yeah, I just have to wait for a premiere order before I can finish him up, and he's gonna be a cow. And this uses my new zombie pattern that I haven't released yet. So that's him. I was also able to complete 2 other things using up another ball of yarn. I was able to make this little octo and this little T-Rex. So these use up the Bernette Baby Blanket Dappled, and it's in the red shades colorway. I'm not sure of the exact name, but it is a no-sew pattern. It goes from the head all the way down, and then you sew up the bottom. And this is a really easy make. And the octo is my own no-sew pattern. And it goes from the top to the bottom, and all you gotta do is sew the bottom shut. But yeah, that's that little octo, and that's what I did today. Yesterday, I was able to complete a couple items. I dropped one. Well, they're still waiting for their eyes, but they're completely done. I was able to do this little duck. He is stuffingless, so he is flat. And as I said, no eyes on him yet. And I was able to make a second one. So we got 2 ducks. And then 2 nights ago, I decided that I wanted to start on a project that I've had my mind set on for a very long time, but just haven't found the time or the yarn. And he turned out a little bit bigger than I expected. So he is missing his eyes. I'm waiting for Friday to order his eyes. Autumn's Adorables has an unlimited felt tie drop on Friday, which is going to be long before this video goes out. And I really want to get the pouty eyes and put them right on his face. So he is made out of Chenille Home Slim in the color Sand and Blue Shadow. The hair is an acrylic that I just attached to the head, and then I undid it, and then I brushed it out with the slicker comb. And his tail has a little bit of the light pink in a bow, and same with the brushed effect on the tail. And obviously you can't have an Eeyore without a button. So he is complete other than his eyes, which I will get on Friday. And then who knows how long those eyes will take to get here. But yeah, I really want to make him. So next up, I have a bag full of finishes. I was able to get some items stuffed. I got a couple of these no-sew little dinos. So I have a full rainbow of these guys. See if I can find another one. And they're made out of Parfait Chunky. And then I was able to get a couple Leggy Froggies closed up. These were already pre-made. All I had to do was stuff them. So got those 3 stuff and sewn. Yep. And I was also able to do a little, what's his name? Now that I'm on the camera, I can't remember his name. Scrump. There we go. A little Scrump from Lilo and Stitch. And this used up the Parfait Chunky. And I did the same as my zombie pattern, except for the hair and the bow. For the hair, I just did a couple more loops and different various heights. And the bow's obviously not included. He has a little black stripe going across his neck. And obviously 2 black and 1 blue button. And then I used acrylic for the mouth in black and red. So this is little Scrump. I really don't want to make any more, but I have a feeling that they will sell very well. And then another item, which you didn't see the finished product for last time, you only saw a little bit of it, I think, was my zombies. These are the last that I can get done right now. So I have a couple of zombies, and each one is different with their own various markings. So we got this little dude. We got this one. I really like the 3 stripes. And I do have another one, but that's buried in here. Oh, I see him. And here's the last one. And yep, they're all just super duper special. And they are unique. So these ones have the 3 loop for the hair. And it's a chain loop. And then this is embroidered on. So this is an absolute no-sew pattern, because you just slip stitch and do the chain loops for the hair, and then embroidery isn't really sewing. But the arms are crocheted in, the legs and body and head are all one piece. But yeah, he is a quick no-sew. And that's a size comparison. This is in Parfait Chunky, and this is in Sweet Snuggles Light / Chenille Home Slim. So they're not too far off in size. Yes, I have them all tagged. And that is pretty much it. So I don't know what I'm going to be crocheting next, since I ran out of yarn for my cow. But we'll see where the day takes us. So today I wanted to stop market prepping, and I decided to do like a memory games. So each turtle has a different color belly, and we got a Nova nose, but there's 2 of each color in here. I only have 10 so far, so I still have to make up 10 more with those colors, and it's all in Parfait Chunky. But I decided to pause on this, and I still have to make the outer bag for it, and started on something, a different type of game. So this is going to be like a tic-tac-toe game. So I need to make 5 of the lobster crab things, and then 5 of another sea animal. Either I'm going to do turtles, or I will do starfish. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, that's what I got going on today. Yeah, I'm not sure what else I'll be doing, but I thought that this would be fun for an event in the summer, and thought that people might enjoy it. But yeah, I want you guys to see what this cat does. So I throw her ball up. She chases the ball, picks it up, usually, and then she'll bring it back for me to throw again. Right at the feet. Such a weird cat. Hey, so yes, I do have a stitch marker on my glasses. That's where I keep them now, so I don't lose them. But I was able to get a couple of crabs done. This is Sweet Snuggles. Not sure of the colorway, but it's huge. Yes, I already got them priced. I'm thinking $18 for them. So I was able to get about 3.5 out of 1 ball of yarn. So they're pretty good for craft shows. So if you guys want to try it out, I'll try to find the designer of the pattern and link them in the description box. But yeah, that's what I got so far. So I'm dyeing my hair right now, which is why I have the trash bag on me and a chip clip, because this is how we do it in my household, is we put a plastic bag over our head, not the face obviously, while we let the color set, and I decided that I wanted to make a starfish to go with the small crabs for the tic-tac-toe. So I just up and designed this own little starfish. Not sure if I'm going to release the pattern because it is kind of confusing. So, because you first start in the circle and then you do each of the arms separately. And it is 2 separate panels which I slip stitched together. But yeah, this is my little starfish out of Parfait Chunky. I'm thinking about making a couple out of Burnett, and that might be a good size to sell at the craft fair because apparently I'm in the sea theme. But yeah, that's what I got so far. We're on our way to the craft fair. It's 6:40, 50 something. It's gonna take me about 30 minutes to get there, so it's gonna be fun. Yay! We had some rain yesterday, so hopefully it's not too soggy out there. But yeah, let's have a great day. Yay! So we're all set up at the show. I have most of my new items right there, and that's a new shelf. I have some of my dragons hanging on a zip tie chain. My weighted plushies are going to be right there with my hippos, and I got my small weebies, and I just made these signs. So got my weighted plushie sign. Then along the back I have the levies, baby wolves, sea raviolis, hammerheads, turtles, and my Weston cows, as well as a cash and card accepted sign with my key fobs and key rings. I'm going to be sitting there. And I got a couple of my other items. Got my Triceratops, Mushy Boy, and all that, the Yoda, Groots, all of that. And then I got a little thing over here. And then last but not least, I got my A-frame. But yeah, we're ready to go. I also forgot to show, but we hung the Dusty inside the canopy, so he's just hanging out up there. But yeah, we got him, he's cute. So the event hasn't even started. I already made 2 sales and made my booth fee, so that's amazing. I got one of my Yodas gone, one of the hammerheads, and one of the pink XL keychains. So, wow, it's going great so far. We're an hour into the event, and I'm probably already over 200. So many sales so far, and I almost had the last hammerhead sold, but she decided not to do it, so maybe she'll come back and get it. Fingers crossed. So I'm on my way home. The event was tiring. I'm tired. It went pretty good. I haven't done the numbers yet, so once I get home, I'll say hi to Cora and Nova, and then I will sit down with my book and tally everything up. Don't have to bring in a lot of the boxes since not everything sold, surprise, surprise, as I brought a lot of inventory. But I will be taking in my smalls and keychains bin and definitely refilling up that because that is always a good items. So yeah, I'll see you in a few, and with my market recap and with all that. But yeah, okay, now that you saw that, I am finally home, of course, and today we will be going over my sales. So this event was up at Sano State Park, I think it's called. And it was for the NALZS Kid Fest, and it was on April 15th of 2023 from, I believe it was 10 to 4. I could be wrong on that, but it was a pretty long event. and I did very well. Definitely not my best, but definitely not my worst. It was about an average event, closer towards the higher average, but it's all different. So the booth fee was one of my most expensive ones yet. It was $75 for the single day, but I sold 50 items and I traded one item. So I traded a mini Leggy Froggy keychain for 2 free laser tags over at Main Event, which is kind of like a Dave & Buster's / Stars and Strikes. It's like a arcade bowling laser tag, all of that in one place. And I got 2 free laser tags. Yes, they were handing them out for free, but I could only get one if I landed on the right thing for the spin a wheel. And Leggy Froggies don't take me much time at all, so I thought it was a fair enough trade. But I did sell 50 items, which was about a fourth of my inventory. So, well, a fourth to a fifth, because I brought about 250-ish items. But we do have a page and a half for this event. Surprisingly, my Yoda was the first to go. It was a newer pattern for me that I don't really love, but I'm going to be making up a couple for my next event to see if it's the pattern that they like or if it's just the Yoda that they like. So yeah, my best sellers were the mini Leggy Froggy keychains and my small bees, and also my Nova the baby dragon. I took him down. She's hanging up on my ceiling fan, but it's this croc pattern but as a dragon and a little bit smaller. So that was my best seller. Surprisingly, I didn't sell much of the Mushy Boys or of the big Leggy Froggies or any of my Octos, which is very strange because those usually go super fast. So that was very surprising that I didn't sell any of those. But, I mean, the average sales were about $25, give or take, $25 to $30. And I did get a couple of $57 sales. So, I mean, people were spending pretty well up there. It was very well trafficked, so I will definitely be going back next year. But enough of that, you guys want to hear the numbers. So my total sales before all the fees was $887.95, with the booth fee of $75 and Square transaction fees of $19.87. I came out with a total profit of $793.08. So as I said, that's not my best one because my best one was about $1,300 in December of last year. And then I've been averaging around $900, but it's still pretty high because my usual sales are about $800 to $900, so $700 something. Definitely is up there. I did want to make a minimum of $315. Excuse me, I'm very mucusy today apparently, because I like to pay myself $40 per hour, so that would have been $240 that I would have paid myself plus the booth fee. But I only paid myself $200 because most of my sales were through Square, and I like to pay myself in cash, and that went straight to my rent. So I didn't get much, but my business definitely did pretty well, and I did make a yarn purchase today. it wasn't enough to get me a huge yarn order or even a giant thing of polyfill order, because I do want to make a little bit more money before I purchase another 20-pound box of polyfill and $700 worth of yarn. As you can see, I'm running very, very low on my yarn. I am using it up like crazy, so here's to next week, hoping that we can get some more sales and then I can do another giant yarn order. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will link what I can in the description box below. But thank you for joining me. We'll see you sometime next week. Oh, I forgot. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a second video out this past week. Things just got carried away, and I wasn't very motivated to record much. So I will try to get a video up today. I mean, sometime this week, if I can. The house has to be quiet, plus I gotta be wanting to do it, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye!